Now the BBC, like local councils, like government itself, and regulators like to lord it over the general public. And once you start pointing out, hang on a minute, buddy boys, you are my servants. I pay you your wages. You serve me. I do not serve you. We have a nation of ignorant people who do not realise their position in society. They allow councils, they allow the BBC, they allow these so-called auspicious bodies to rule over them. I have no time. Whenever I meet an official, I saw the local MP recently, and I said to him as he got up, I said, you sit down. You sit down and give me the information that I'm asked. You're my servant. Come on. And he gave him the information. And the person with me just didn't know what to do. And when I walked out, I said, now that's how you treat these beggars. If they are trying to play silly beggars, you tell them, sit down, shut up, give me the information. And one should never be afraid to do that. One should understand that these buggers are our servants. And we don't be impolite to them. But if they're going to be obstreperous with us, then they've defined the line. Okay? You're going to oppose me, Mr. MP. Right, okay, that's how you want it. I'll give it you. Up until then, I'll be respectful. I'll respect your position. Not the person that you are, because you're probably a child bugger anyhow. But I'll respect your position. But if you abuse that position against me, then watch out. Watch pigging out. Now the BBC, who really and truly, if they sat down, would want to pay £145.50 a year in order to turn around and say there's nothing on TV. That's madness. That's £145.50p of your hard-earned money going down the toilet for nothing. Now I know it's a culture to have a TV, to turn it on and to sit there and ogle it of an evening. But we must take ourselves in hand. And we must act reasonably, because we are supposed to be adults. And quite frankly, £145.50p is an abomination to fund a child buggering organisation. And one that tells lies to us and deceives us and lords it over us, is arrogant to the point of absolute arrogance, and it sends threatening letters, and it would imprison us if it could. It is a vile and a vile broadcaster. When we sit down and we look at the alternatives, we find that instead of being ordered around as to what we should watch, potentially should watch, we can make up our mind as to what we want to watch. You see, you've got a TV there, and if you've got an internet, which most people have, okay, then you can go onto YouTube. You fancy, let's say, Mock the Week. Type it into the search engine on YouTube, you bring it up, you can sit and watch it, or you can download it onto a YTD downloader, store it up. You can get this film, that film, Sherlock Holmes, anything you like. You're in control. And how much does it cost you? Bugger all. Bugger all. So you can turn round and you can say to your work colleagues following day, once you've had a look at YouTube and downloaded what you want, or just see it there and then, say, oh, I saw a brilliant programme last night. Instead of the, oh, there's nothing on TV. You see what I mean? It's a different mindset. Because then you're satisfying yourself. Because, I mean, we all need a distraction from time to time. And watching a good film, or watching a series of something that we can get on YouTube. We can even go down to the DVD shop. Okay? And there are some excellent DVDs. Brilliant DVDs that we can actually get. And it's a pleasure to go through and get some brilliant DVDs. You know, I mean, you can get Thunderbirds. Way! Hey? You get Midsummer. All cheap. Only a couple of quid, even if that. Some of them only about 50 big in P. Alright? Anything you like. Without a trace? Anything. Down to men behaving badly, if you like. Any pirates. Anything. Arthur, lovely film, that. You see what I mean? You're the one that is in charge. You are the one that orders what you want to watch. You're not submissive to the BBC or any other broadcaster. You're the one that is in charge. And quite frankly, they are cheap. They really are. I mean, when you pay £5 for a set like that, eh? And that's good quality stuff, that. Even £5 for Beverly Hillbillies. It's good. So why have the BBC? Why have a lying organisation that wants to put you into prison if you don't have a TV licence? That's not right. This is a new century. This should be paid by view. But the government won't do it, you see, because it knows that therefore, again, it has a hold on the broadcaster, and this broadcaster can then, as it does, be the promotional voice and arm of the government. And the BBC, apart from buggering children, and it buggers children to this pigging day, and it will bugger them tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that, and I've sent to persons, alright, you want to pay £145, 50p at the present time, which will continue to go up because the BBC is losing money. But you're funding child buggery. You're funding child buggery. And when you go to the voting stations, you're supporting child buggery because Parliament is into child buggery. I have a set of morals. I will not move from those morals. I detest and wish that every person that offends a child, as the BBC and government does, they should be grabbed by the collar, dragged down the street to the marketplace, strung up for every other child buggerer to note that that is what will happen to you, you filthy, demonic evil. That should never be tolerated. And people will pay their £145, 50p for a child buggering organisation. I went out recently and I was stopped by a Labour Party spokeswoman. Would I vote Labour? And I gave them a speech, and I made damn certain that the whole of the city that I was in that area, heard what I had to say, and they couldn't answer it. When are you going to put an agenda up to stop child buggery in Parliament? You cannot, because Labour buggers children, Conservatives buggers children, and the rest bugger children. So you'll never speak out against child buggery because you're all at it. And if we have no detestation of that act, we'd better ask ourselves where the hell we stand. The BBC, you want to fund the BBC? You fund it. But you're funding a child buggering, raping organisation. That's what you're doing. You know you're doing it, but you'll continue to do it. We've got to break the back of this child buggering organisation that is losing millions. When it lost Top Gear, it lost how many millions, and continues to lose those millions. And other programmes, it's losing millions and millions and millions and millions and millions. It's on its way out, and we can give it a good old push over the frigging mountain, over the pigging cliff, just by saying, sod this. If every bugger in this country declined for 1 year to pay for a licence, that would be the end of the BBC. And I can tell you something, I've been around the pigging BBC, their areas, and affluence, it spends money as though it's going out of frigging business. I can tell you, not only does it bugger children, but it goes around and it spends money, as we say, as though it's going out of fashion. They are huge buildings, new buildings here. They've got all the limousines, all the expenses, vast expenses of hotel bills, flights abroad, and all the pigging rest of it. It is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Most of the top pigging earners are on more than the pigging Prime Minister. And even the presenters, certain presenters are on over £1 million a year. And if they want to get rid of a programme, cut it short, they'll pay millions to cut it short, because it's not their money. This is licence fees, payers' money. So they don't give a damn. But I wouldn't have the BBC. Even if it came with free TV, I wouldn't have it. If I want to go and watch something, I'll go and watch it. And it's free. My choice. What do you say, Moles? I know it's your station. Bye.